Yeah, Ron here from The Truth About Addiction. Just wanted to touch base with everybody today about, guys getting released from prison and trying to maintain freedom from active addiction. For me, last time I was released from prison, I was 27 years clean. It's insane, I know. I went back to prison. I got arrested at 16 years clean. And 18 years clean, I went back into prison and got out at 27 years clean. So, do your maths. I spent just another 8-year sentence in between. And I stayed clean and sober, whatever the word you want to use. I stayed drug and chemical free. And I did that by helping other people, keeping a really close contact with family, with other people that are in recovery. I have a spiritual advisor, you guys call him a sponsor, whatever. But I maintained my recovery by helping other people. Fast forward 2012, 3rd of March, the 30th of March, I get released from Gatton Prison in Queensland, in Australia. After spending 8 years in a maximum security prison, got picked up at the gate by 3 guys who were members of recovery 12-step programs. They took me straight down to a coffee shop and they gave me a short black. I hadn't had a coffee for 8 years and I went straight into speed mode. I was starting to get anxiety and crazy and that, and I was mad. They handed me an iPhone. Doesn't sound like a big deal to you guys, but when I went to prison, there was no such thing as an iPhone. There was no such thing as Facebook, Instagram. There was nothing. And yet I was 16 years clean when I got arrested, and fast forward 27 years clean, I had no understanding of social media. So I get out of prison, I've got no ID, I've got no driver's license, my wife had left me. I was going back to live in Sydney at a mate of mine's house, the guy that always looks after me whenever I've hit rock bottoms. And it was very difficult. It was very, very difficult, to say the least, to cope with the feelings and the inadequacies and the fears of living in a world of unknownness, So I can see why guys who are very early in their recovery journey or have never been into a 12-step program or have a support system to help them stay clean. It's bloody hard work, because I had no idea, and I've been clean a long time. And I'd been a self-supporting business owner for many, many years, and I had everything, like all the experience in the world, and it was still really difficult for me at 27 years clean to get out of prison and to stay clean and sober. What happened was I went back to 12-step program. I did a meeting every day for 90 days. Why? Because that's what I tell people to do. In early recovery and early discovery, I say, go to meetings, do 90 meetings in 90 days. That's to get you a foundation. Recovery is about foundation and connection. And you've got to have a connection, As they get a bit further along in recovery, people get very philosophical about what recovery means to them and blah, blah. And I'm guilty of the same thing. I do the same thing. And the longer I've been around, I've been coming to going to 12-step programs since 1981. I've maintained recovery since 1986, and I've tried most ways to change the way I feel. And I've been addicted to most things, money, sex, violence, crime, just an average garden variety heroin junkie who started living in a penthouse and ended up in a shithouse. So, if you're new or near new to this discovery recovery, just listen to what the other people have done it before you, because if it works for them, it might just work for you. And what works for me is I stay close to people in recovery. I don't hang out with people who are using, and I had to change my old play places, so I had to stop doing crime, because for me, crime was my hardest addiction. I was a criminal before I became a drug addict, and I was a criminal once I stopped being an active drug addict. So I was still an addict, but not a drug addict. I was a crime addict. And I paid my price. I've done my time. Am I sorry? My word, I am. Do I wish I'd never done it? In my word, I do. Did I do it? Yes, I did. Can I change it? No, I can't. So just for the day, I carry a message of recovery, love and hope. And I hope that you guys can get this understanding that people getting out of prison need a lot of support. They don't need to be put down. They don't need to be judged. They don't need to be not given a chance. So, if you have the opportunity to help somebody coming out of a prison or an institution, please do so. You might have just saved someone's life, and you may have saved your own life. Thanks, guys.